Top 10 Most Expensive Cars. We know everyone works towards financial freedom, and that purchasing one of the most expensive cars in the world will be no problem one day. Ever since cars were first introduced, there has always been a clear distinction between the more affordable vehicle and the more luxurious option. The competition to produce the best car in the world has been fierce since the onset. So, many variables influence the price and the value of a car. Technology has improved the price of these amazing cars. Some of these incredible vehicles are worth more than a mansion. Today we are looking at the top 10 most expensive cars in the world. So, let's jump into our main topic without any delay. Number 10. Ferrari by Pinon Farina. The first car in our countdown is a Ferrari, with a remarkable price tag of $3 million, making it the 10th most expensive car in the world. In reality, it is a show car designed by Pinon Farina in collaboration with Ferrari. They also work with Romeo, Alfa, Peugeot, Fiat, and Maserati. Production began in 2013, and it has been a hit ever since. Allegedly, only 6 models have been produced in total, and they always sell out immediately. The car can race from 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds, and is loosely based on the Ferrari 458 Spider. The open-top body is designed with calculation and test in the wind tunnel of Grugliasco to optimize aerodynamics performance. With only 6 in existence, the Pinon Farina Sergio is truly unique. Number 9. Bugatti Noire. Bugatti is known for its elegant cars and jaw-dropping price tags, but Bugatti's newest vehicle is by far their most expensive yet, with an unbelievable price tag of $18.7 million, is a game-changer for luxury cars. According to Bugatti headquarters, they will only produce 2 cars a year, and they won't be available for another 2.5 years. The world's most expensive car debuted at Pebble Beach Concours to Elegance in Monterey, California in 2019. The design was inspired by the Type 57 SC Atlantic, one of the most prized cars among collectors. The original was produced in 1934 by Jean Bugatti, and only 4 were made, of which 3 are still known to exist. Number 8. Aston Martin DP215. Aston Martin DP215, with a whopping price of $21.45 million, was once driven by racing legend Phil Hill in 1963. Aston Martin DP215 was a prototype built on the chassis of the DB4 GT. At the time, British entrepreneur David Brown was the owner of the Aston Martin, and he approved the design and manufacturing of the vehicle. The Aston Martin DP215 earned the title of being the most expensive British car to sell at auction when the hammer went down at $21.45 million in 2019. Another record for the vehicle was it was the first car to break the 300 km/h record at the Mulsanne Straight at Le Mans in 1963, driven by Lucien Bianchi and Phil Hill. However, it did not finish the race as the car had gearbox issues. Number 7. Jaguar D Type. Jaguar D Type costs a whopping $21.8 million. When the Jaguar D Type was designed, there was only one thing in the creator's mind, and that was winning the Le Mans 24-hour race. They first hit the track in 1954, and were competitive, until 1959, winning the Le Mans in 1955, 1956, and 1957. Jaguar Cars Limited in the UK retired their factory team in 1956, and offered the unfinished D Type to America as XKSS versions with some add-ons, including a second seat, side windows, a passenger side door, windshield wipers for the full-width framed windshield, and interior trimmings. They were ready for the production of sports car races in the US. In 2016, a 1955 model was sold at Sotheby's auction in Monterey, California for $21.8 million. This superfast car is blessed with 250 HP, 242 Nm torque, and 3.4 L. Number 6. Ferrari 275 GTB/4 Nart Spider. Ferrari 275 GTB/4 Nart Spider, with a cost of $27.5 million, was driven by one person used only to get bread and milk on Fridays come to life. That sounds crazy. Is it not? It was one of 10 produced, and this rare 1967 model was sold at auction in 2013 for an incredible $27.5 million. The owner was the late Eddie Smith, an ex-mayor of Lexington, an orphan-turned-millionaire. His son, businessman Eddie Smith Jr., chairman and CEO of Grady White Boats, sold his father's 1967 Ferrari 275 GTB/4 Nart Spider at auction, and was amazed to receive the massive amount of $27.5 million. All of which was donated to charities which Smith Jr. said would be keeping in line with his father's philanthropic nature. Number 5. Ferrari 290mm. The Ferrari 290mm costs $28 million and was built in only 4 in numbers. It received an astronomical amount of $28 million at an auction in 2015. It was originally built in 1956. Ferrari 290mm was merely a Ferrari factory racer. Its very first race was the Mille Miglia, where it came second. Some legends that took the wheel of this car include Sir Sterling Moffs, Phil Hill, Peter Collins, and Juan Manuel Fangio. The car won the 1956 Mille Miglia, the Swedish Grand Prix, and 1,000 kilometers Buenos Aires in 1957. A quick scan of its power includes 315 HP, 3.5-liter V12, and a top speed of 280 km per hour. Number 4. Mercedes-Benz W196. Mercedes-Benz W196 costs $29.6 million. Mercedes-Benz W196 is also known as the Silver Arrow, and had many firsts, including its ultra-lightweight frame that only weighs 36 kilograms, and they were the first to use desmodromic valves. It was a Formula One racing car. There were only 16 versions built, of which 10 remain today. The 1956 model, that sold for the exponential price tag of $29.6 million, was driven by Juan Manuel Fangio. It was said to be the most successful of all the models, having won both seasons of the Formula One championship against the likes of Maserati, Ferrari, Cooper, and Lancia. Between 1954 and 1955 it placed and managed 9 out of 12 wins. Number 3. Ferrari 250 Testa Rossa. Ferrari 250 Testa Rossa is one of the most iconic race cars ever created. There are only 34 Ferrari 250 Testa Rossa that was ever built, and an unrestored running condition model from 1957 was auctioned for over $39 million in 2011. Another one of these beauties from 1957 set the then world record for a car being auctioned by fetching $16.4 million, the previous record of $12 million was also held by Belief, or not, a Ferrari 250 Testa Rossa. These Ferrari dominated the racing field, winning World Sports Car Championship races, including the 24 Hours of Le Mans 3 times. But 34 cars were built in 5 years spanning 1956 to 1961. Number 2. Ferrari 335 Sport Scalietti. Ferrari 335 Sport Scalietti costs $35.7 million. It was at the Arterial Motorcars Retro Mobile auction in 2016 that the 1957 Ferrari 335 Sport Scalia went under the hammer and fetched $35.7 million. Bidding began at $22.3 million, and within 60 seconds the price jumped up to $29 million before it went to an unknown international bidder. This Ferrari was an evolution of the 305s and made history for being the reason that the Mille Miglia was cancelled. It was 1957 and was driven by Spanish driver Alfonso de Portico. Number 1. Ferrari 250 GTO. At the top off the list, we have the Ferrari 250 GTO, the most expensive car to ever be auctioned, fetching a mind-boggling $70 million. To put things in perspective, that's the price of a brand new top-end private jet, and this is not the first time it has set a world record in an auction. In 2013, a 250 GTO sold for $52 million, which makes this car so valuable. It is one of the most beautiful cars ever designed. A road-legal race car has been driven by the best drivers in the world, and won some of the most prestigious races in the world. Conclusion. So these are the most expensive cars in the world. Which of these supercars amazed you the most? Do tell us in the comments section. If you liked our content, make sure to hit the thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel. Till our next episode, stay safe and healthy.